All right, the hidden costs that could be killing your real estate dream. I'm Addie Jacobs, your real estate expert here in San Diego, and I'm here to talk a little bit about when you get into a mortgage, because especially first-time home buyers that we work with think, oh my gosh, I talked to the lender, I'm getting in my mortgage, but then you have escrow accounts and you have taxes and you have insurance, and you think that that number of your mortgage that's impounded is going to stay that way forever. I have 6 things that you need to be looking at before you even step foot into a house that you may like. So listen up. I'm talking about number 1, and I'm going to call it the escrow trap, where you get into escrow and you think you don't even, probably a part of you don't even know what that means. But let's say that you're into escrow and you're thinking, you're asking your lender, okay, what is my monthly payment going to be for the next 30 years if you're on a 30-year mortgage? Well, the problem is your mortgage is one thing, but you also have taxes and insurance, and those things are going to probably go up. Now, the state of California, they're only allowed to bring up your taxes 2% each time they do it, but other places of the world, it could be totally different states, different things. But you guys, your taxes and insurance, especially these days, are going up. So making sure you're talking to your lender and knowing your number, what those things could creep up to each year. And right now you don't even know because insurance companies are crazy out there. And what would you do to get into this beautiful home that you thought you could afford, but then thousands of dollars later down the road, you're having to pay? So that's number 1, the escrow trap. Listen for number 2. Number 2, those property taxes. Okay, state of California, like I shared in number 1, can only rise to 2%. But other places, other states, you're really gonna wanna look at this. So if you're here in San Diego, we'll go over all of this, but you would hate for your property taxes to go up where you had no idea that they could go up, right? And I'm gonna talk in another video on ways that if you start pulling permits and they start reassessing your house, your taxes are also going to go up. So number 2 is property tax. Make sure you're looking into this, and you also evaluate if those go up, you can still afford your house. Number 3, insurance premiums. Guys, if you guys are getting insurance quotes, that doesn't mean that that's set. So making sure, I have a buyer right now that we're working hand in hand with, and there's only so much money, right? So before we even set foot in a home to go view, because you may fall in love as a buyer, make sure that you're getting at least a quote from these insurance companies on if you can afford the house because of these insurance premiums. Across the state since 2020, some insurance claims or premiums are going up over 50%. You guys, I have seen homes that are only $800,000 here in San Diego, and those insurance premiums are like 10 grand a year. I mean, that's almost $1,000 a month. So you guys, please make sure that we sit down and we talk about all of these 6 things that we're going to talk about. So I'm going to be into number 4 next, so listen up. Hey, before we get to number 4, I want to thank you for joining me on my channel today on YouTube. Hopefully you have subscribed to my channel. Please, I'm ready to grow my YouTube channel and get to know you a little bit more and get some more education out there, as well as doing my home tours. So thank you. Go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to join me each week. I think I'm going to have about 2 or 3 videos a week. So listen up and follow up. Talk to you soon. Number 4, it is the insurance claims trap. I'm going to say a lot of people don't understand that if you start putting claims into your insurance company, your insurance premiums are going to go up, right? You think, well, I have insurance, so there's a little, let's say, leak in my house, I'm just going to claim that. Rather than doing that, I want you to step back for a second, stop freaking out, because I know you just bought your house or you've been in your house and you think, oh my gosh, I got to call my insurance company because we have this little leak and they're going to come out and fix it. First of all, you're going to pay your deductible, right? So whatever that looks at. And make sure you're looking at your insurance premiums every single year and getting different quotes for, your homeowner's insurance. So let's say you do that. And oh, great. So you pay your deductible of $1,000, let's say $500, $1,000, and you get this fixed. Instead, I think you need to step back and get some quotes. Give me a call. I have vendors, lined up if you need somebody in any area of the house. and seeing what that quote could be, that maybe you just get that fixed on your own instead of pulling the insurance company in. I've seen this too many times. Insurance companies pulled in. Next year comes around and you see that your insurance premium went up. So what's that going to do? What are we talking about today? Talking about those things that go up and could go up every year, right? Taxes, insurance, within that impounded, mortgage payment. And now your monthly payment has gone up because of that little leak that you probably could have gotten taken care of by a plumber instead of doing that. So, I know you hate to hear it, but maybe you could have fixed that for $2,500 and now your premium's going up. So that is my number 4. I have seen it too many times. So make sure you step back before you call that insurance company and file that claim. How many times have I seen this? So listen up. Do not get stuck on what the seller is paying for taxes and insurance, especially taxes. Don't do this. So many buyers, like I swear probably 50% of my buyers, especially my first-time home buyers, are like, hey, what is the seller paying for their premium insurance? Or, hey, what are their taxes? Well, you guys listen up. You're going to get a supplemental tax here in the state of California, which means if you've owned a home, if that seller has owned a home for 20 years, let's say, and paid $700,000 for that home, their taxes are going to be way different than what you're going to be paying on the taxes now that you bought that home for $2 million. Makes sense because it's now reassessed because you bought it. So you're going to pay that tax on that, but it's called a supplemental tax bill that you're going to get within about a year of buying that house. And I have a lot of people call me and go, hey, I bought this house, or I'll be talking to somebody going, hey, I bought this house and I got this payment. Now I always go over that with my buyers buying a home because yeah, you're going to get a supplemental bill. And I've done videos on that in the past. So watch that, or maybe I'll even do a new updated one on it. But yeah, you're going to get another bill that resembles what you bought the house for. So that would be my number 5. Don't rely on the seller's premium on insurance or their tax bill, because that's not going to be the correct numbers. All right, you guys, on to number 6. Number 6. So I've had people call me and say, oh my gosh, I feel super squeezed in my house. My insurance went up. Things are changing. My job has changed. Hey, you guys, if you feel squeezed, please don't panic. Maybe call your insurance company and see if you can play with the deductibles where that could come down. If you don't feel that your house is also assessed correctly, you can go to the county and get it reassessed to see what that looks like. There's things that you can do. You could rent a room, right? If you have a 3-bedroom or a 4-bedroom house. I've seen too many people sell their homes or want to sell their homes because they feel squeezed. I get it. We've all been there, including myself, where we have to take a step back and we have to think, what can we do to save our home? Because guys, an asset, especially here in San Diego, try to hold on to that house because there's so many people that regret selling their house when maybe they could have done something in order to change the situation. All right, you guys, that was my number 6. On to number 7 soon. This is kind of number 7, but it's also, let's look at the bottom line. If you're a buyer, make sure you step back and don't get crazy excited yet and look at the numbers. Numbers don't lie. Numbers can change. The mortgage payment might not change, but the HOA could change for sure because you could have an assessment. Utilities can change. Taxes can change. Insurance can change. And you sellers, if you're in a home and you're starting to feel squeezed, just make sure, give me a call. Let's sit down and really strategize on trying to keep that home, because I always tell people, try not to sell your property here in San Diego. Try to hold on to it and build more and get more homes and property under your feet. Now, if you feel like, if you're a buyer or a seller, the biggest thing I would say is hold on to your cash, not spend a ton of money right now on upgrades if you're thinking about selling, and being strategic with your money in this time because the market is kind of wonky. I know 2025 is kind of weird out there. So get a hold of me if you're ready to buy, sell, or invest here in San Diego, and I would love to help you go through all of these strategic ideas, tips, and tricks before you purchase or before you sell your home here in San Diego. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you on the next video.